Hello everyone and welcome in to today's video. Welcome back to MCU Mondays with me, KL. Hello, this is my journey through the MCU for the first time, and today I'll be watching Thor from the year 2011. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel and this is the first video you have seen of mine, you will not want to miss the previous MCU reactions I've done, so make sure to click up here and go get caught up on my reactions. Link will also be in the description, and feel free to save that playlist because I will be adding to it as time goes on and I keep watching these movies, and that will ensure that you do not miss out. But you should also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on anything else I upload, because I'm not just doing MCU right now. I do a lot of stuff. So what do I know about Thor? Not much, kind of just like every other movie we've watched so far. My knowledge with MCU is very minimal. So all I know about Thor is that it stars Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman, and the only reason I know that is because I've seen many a photograph of the two of them. I believe that Chris Hemsworth plays the character known as Thor. I do not know what Natalie Portman's character's name is. It's possible I've heard it, and as soon as I start the movie, then I'll probably realize and know. But yeah, I don't really know much. And I think at the end of Iron Man 2, that was Thor's hammer that we saw in that post-credit scene or mid-credit scene, wherever it appeared. So I'm excited to find out. I feel like this movie is gonna have kind of a different vibe to what we've seen so far. I don't know why I'm assuming that going in. Maybe it's just the character type that is just different from the Hulk and different from Iron Man that's maybe giving me that feeling, but I'm excited to learn the story and meet the characters and just have a good time. As always, I do have a Patreon if you are someone who prefers to bring your own copy of the movies to watch the whole reaction with me. The watch-alongs are available over there, along with early access, exclusive reactions, my monthly newsletter, and so much more. My community over there has grown so much. My goal for the year on Patreon was like 20 pledgers, and I'm currently sitting, at the time of recording this, 175. And you all are so wonderful, and I love talking to you in the comments over there and talking about all these shows and movies, and many of you have joined my Discord server because you do get access to that through my Patreon, and it's just been lovely. So if you are someone that wants those kind of benefits, feel free to join us. Patreon is the fuel for this and allowing me to keep doing this at the consistency that I am, and I would love to keep growing and be able to hire editors and put out more videos for you all and do all those things. So link as always in the corner in the description. Thank you so much to my existing patrons, current patrons right now. Y'all are the best, and I appreciate you so much. And with that, it is time to press play. New Mexico. I figured we were probably going to start here because of how Iron Man 2 ended. Is that the actor that plays Luthen in Andor? That is. Oh my gosh. And Natalie Portman.
Jane, you can't keep doing this.
I'm telling you, there's a connection between these atmospheric disturbances and my research. What is that?
I thought you said it was a subtle aurora.
Go! Oh my god. That was very loud. Holy cow.
Do me a favor and don't be dead. Please.
Is this our guy? Looks like it. Also, the tornado left like a really neat design in the sand. I caught it just a little bit. Tonsberg.
Once, mankind accepted a simple
Norway.
truth.
965 AD? 965?
Some worlds man believed to be home to their gods. Others they knew to fear. From a realm of cold and darkness came the frost giants.
This is some like Game of Thrones shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. They even kind of look like White Walkers a bit. Oh, is that Anthony Hopkins? I've only seen The Silence of the Lambs. That's the only movie of his I've seen so far. Reaction is on the channel if you're interested. It was one of my horror movies that I watched last month, and it was awesome. He literally looks like the Night King.
Our armies drove the frost giants back into the heart of their own world.
Frost Giants, White Walkers.
Their king fell.
Oh, I love that makeup job.
Their power was taken from them. With the last great war ended, we withdrew from the other worlds and returned home, Asgard.
I'm loving like the fantasy aspect to this. Every other movie has felt very like science fiction to me, but this one is giving me like more fantasy vibes, which I'm appreciating. This building kind of looks like an instrument to me. Whoa.
But
cool.
the day will come One of you will have to defend that peace.
Do the frost giants still live? When I'm king, I'll hunt the monsters down and slay them all, just as you did, Father.
A wise king never seeks out war.
I love how the eye patch looks. That's so cool.
Only one of you can ascend to the throne. Both of you were born to be kings.
So he was the little blonde boy that we just saw, is my guess. This is very fancy. I didn't really realize that Anthony Hopkins and Chris Hemsworth kind of look like they could be related. They kind of have a similar facial structure. They got like the same nose.
Thor, Odin's son, my heir, my firstborn, so long entrusted with the mighty hammer Mjolnir.
Well, the hammer has a name. Cool.
Its power has no equal as a weapon to destroy or as a tool to build. Do you swear to preserve the peace?
I swear.
I, Odin Allfather, proclaim you.
How'd they get in here without anyone seeing them? Oh. Oh my god. Wow. There's one. Ew.
The Jotuns must pay for what they've done.
They have paid with their lives.
They broke into the weapons vault. If the Frost Giants had stolen even one of these relics...
They didn't.
Well, I want to know why.
I have a truce with Laufey, king of the Jotun.
He just broke your truce!
What action would you take?
March into Jotunheim as you once did.
Thinking only as a warrior.
This was an act of war.
It was the act of but a few, doomed to fail.
Look how far they got as king of Asgard.
But you're not king! Not yet.
I was just about to say, you literally were about to crown him king though, right? And he's the other brother, right? Or the other son. Also, I love that his last name is Odin's son, because Odin's his dad and he's a son of Odin. I also like the Allfather name. But I kind of empathize with Thor though. Like, I want to know how they got so close too.
This was to be my day of triumph.
It'll come in time. If it's any consolation, I think you're right. If they found a way to penetrate Asgard's defenses once, who's to say they won't try again?
Exactly.
Next time with an army.
Exactly.
Just about a jinx there.
No, I know that.
The only way to ensure the safety of our borders.
Thor, it's madness.
We're going to Jotunheim.
It is forbidden.
My friends, have you forgotten all that we have done together? We're going to Jotunheim.
Let's do it. So, the brother, the dark-haired one, I've seen images of him. I think he's Loki, or Loki. I have no idea how it's pronounced. And I'm sure this movie will tell me, but there's a TV show, where he is the main character in, right? And I feel like that's maybe a show that I'll have to watch to get more like info and context and stuff. I look forward to that day. My name is LK, and I'm sorry to interrupt this reaction, but I do have a public service announcement. If you are going to leave a comment down below for KL to read, make sure that it is about this movie and this reaction only. Thank you so much. This has been LK with a public service announcement, and let's get back to the reaction. This is so pretty. I love it. It's very unique looking too. Idris Elba.
Good Heimdall.
You're not dressed warmly enough.
Oh, I love his voice so much.
Heimdall, may we pass?
Never has an enemy slipped my watch until this day.
Cool.
I will honor my sworn oath to protect this realm as its gatekeeper.
I have no plans to die today.
None do.
Is this how they get to Earth? Or they're not going to Earth. Oh my god. Jotunheim. This place looks both really cool and really scary.
Where are they?
Hiding.
You've come a long way to die, Asgardians.
How did your people get into Asgard?
The House of Odin is full of traitors.
Oh.
Your father is a murderer and a thief. You're nothing but a boy, trying to prove himself a man.
Ooh.
Thor, stop and think. Look around you. We're outnumbered.
Know your place, brother.
You know not what your actions would unleash. I do. Go now.
They're big.
Run back home, little princess.
Whoa. I love how everyone just did that like, oh great face. They knew that he wouldn't be okay with that. This hammer didn't work on that guy. There we go. Oh, careful. Oh, heck. That's cool. Oh, that's so neat. Okay. I'm learning everyone's abilities and what they are. Also, the scene is very loud, so I apologize if I am speaking louder. No. No. No.
We must go! Then go!
Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, hell no. Time to go. Thor's not gonna want to go. God. Oh, gosh. All right.
Open the bridge!
God damn. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow. Oh shit, really?
Father! We'll finish them together! Silence!
Is Father here to do like the final kaboom?
All Father, you look weary.
Laufey, end this now.
Your boys sought this out.
These are the actions of a boy.
Oh.
We are beyond diplomacy now, All Father. He'll get what he came for. War and death.
So be it.
Nice. All right. Not the final kaboom, just the final words.
Realize what you've done, what you've started?
I was protecting my home!
You cannot even protect your friends. How can you hope to protect the kingdom? Get into the healing room. No!
There won't be a kingdom to protect if you're afraid to act. The Jotuns must learn to fear me, just as they once feared you.
That's pride and vanity talking, not leadership.
The old ways are done. You'd stand giving speeches while Asgard falls.
You are a vain, cruel boy!
And you are an old man and a fool!
We love a father-son argument.
I was a fool to think you were ready.
Father.
Hey!
He's been quiet this whole time. Don't yell at him.
You have betrayed the express command of your king. Through your arrogance and stupidity, you have opened these peaceful realms and innocent lives to the horror and desolation of war. Unworthy of these realms.
Wow. All right. Well, this is a little harsh, I think.
I now take from you your power.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Is that how the hammer ends up in New Mexico? Oh, and this is how, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Okay, I feel bad for him. I feel like Mr. Father, All Father, a little bit excessive with the whole cast out thing, but.
You all right?
I love how he's in normal clothes.
We have to move quickly before this all changes.
I'm down! I know you can hear me! Open the Bifrost!
Hospital, you go. I'll stay.
What realm is this? Alfheim? Dornheim?
New Mexico?
You dare threaten me, Thor, with so puny a weapon?
What? He was freaking me out.
All right, well, this movie has started off very interesting to me. I'm excited to see how, that's the hammer, right? Yep, totally the hammer. That was that scene in Iron Man 2.
Thor.
Yes, Thor.
How dare you attack the son of Odin?
Oh gosh. This must be so confusing for him.
You're no match for the mighty!
Oh, I understand how this works. So the one who's truly Thor is the only one that can pull it out of this thing.
You don't think this was just a magnetic storm, do you?
The lensing around these edges is characteristic of an Einstein-Rosen bridge.
These scenes just make me like, I don't know. I'm thinking about Star Wars right now. Like, imagine if Luthen and Padme had been able to like work together with Mon Mothma. Ugh. Oh my gosh, would have been awesome. You're stuck.
I just lost my most important piece of evidence. Typical.
I'm not sure finding him is the best idea.
Well, our data can't tell us what it was like to be inside that event, and he can, so we're gonna find him.
I'm so sorry. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
Oh wow, it's a party out here. Is everyone lined? Yep, okay. I love how they turned this into like a party and a barbecue. Oh gosh.
Did it work?
Stanley! Agent Coulson? Yep, excellent. I'm so eager to see how this all like ties in together.
Hey, sorry I tased you.
He doesn't know what that means.
What is this?
Oh. My ex.
Oh, awkward.
They're the only clothes I had that would fit you.
They will suffice.
You're welcome.
This mortal form has grown weak. I need sustenance.
He talks so proper compared to us.
At least he's only banished, not dead.
Oh, his hand's all healed up.
You told the guard!
I saved our lives. I had no idea Father would banish him for what he did.
Loki, you must go to the Allfather and convince him to change his mind.
He's arrogant, he's reckless, he's dangerous. You saw how he was today. Is that what Asgard needs from its king?
I don't disagree.
But he's always been jealous of Thor.
There were traitors in the House of Odin. A master of magic could bring 3 Jotuns into Asgard.
But you're talking about something else entirely.
He's got a point though. Maybe it was him that brought those guys in.
Stop!
What am I?
You're my son.
Oh. Okay.
The casket wasn't the only thing you took from Jotunheim that day, was it?
Oh, is he one of them?
In the aftermath of the battle, I went into the temple and I found a baby. Abandoned, suffering,
Oh my
healthy
gosh.
son.
Wow. Damn, okay.
Why?
You were an innocent child.
No. You took me for a purpose.
Tell me!
I thought we could unite our kingdoms one day, bring about an alliance, bring about a permanent peace through you. But those plans no longer matter.
So I am no more than another stolen relic.
Why do you twist my words?
You could have told me what I was from the beginning.
I wanted only to protect you from the truth.
I am the monster parents tell their children about at night. Makes sense now why you favored Thor all these years. Because no matter how much you claim to love me,
You could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard.
Oh my god, did he just die? Oh, that was a great scene. Learned so much.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Oh my god.
What was that?
It was delicious. I want another.
Well, you could have just said so.
I meant no disrespect.
All right, well, no more smashing.
You have my word.
All the excitement out at the crater. Seeing some kind of satellite landed out in the desert.
Excuse me, did you say there was a satellite crash?
This is going on Facebook. Smile.
That was adorable.
Nobody could lift it.
Which way?
50 miles west of here.
Where are you going?
50 miles west of here.
Why?
To get what belongs to me?
You just intend to go in there and take it?
Yes. All the answers you seek will be yours once I reclaim Mjolnir.
What's Meow Meow?
Can I have a word, Jane?
He is like so into her.
This is no coincidence. We have to find out what's in that crater.
Listen to what he's saying. He's talking about Mjolnir and Thor and Bifrost. It's the stories I grew up with as a child.
But I can't take you.
And this is where we say goodbye.
I mean, same girl.
Thank you.
That was very wholesome. But she is not going to let this go. She cannot.
Hey! That's my stuff! What the hell is going on here?
Foster, I'm Agent Coulson with S.H.I.E.L.D.
This is a lot more serious than I realize.
Oh, he knows who he is, right?
We need to appropriate your records and all your atmospheric data.
By appropriate, do you mean steal? And everything I know about this phenomenon is either in this lab or in this book, and you can't just take this away. Hey!
Thank you for your cooperation.
They took our backups. They took the backups of our backups. They were extremely thorough.
Took everything.
Who are these people?
He
I knew the
knows.
scientist. The pioneer in gamma radiation. Shield showed up and wasn't heard from again.
They're not going to do that to us.
Let me contact one of my colleagues. He's had some dealings with these people before.
Is this someone we already know?
Allfather, we must speak with you urgently.
Yeah, Allfather's not around anymore. Oh.
Father has fallen into the Odin sleep.
You talk to me now.
We would ask that you end Thor's banishment.
My first command cannot be to undo the Allfather's last.
To perhaps reconsider.
We're done.
Part of me feels like she's not okay with that, and then another part of me feels like she is okay with that. I don't know. Hard to get a read on her. David the King. Oh, I was looking at the completely wrong book. Thor's Day.
I need a horse.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
Hey, you still need a lift?
This guy's like, what the fuck?
Have you ever done anything like this before?
They're gonna be a dynamic duo, these two.
Far more clever than anyone else in this realm.
Realm?
You think me strange?
Yeah, I do.
Good strange or bad strange?
I'm not quite sure yet. But who are you?
You'll see soon enough.
Well, that's also valid.
What you seek, it's a bridge.
God, I hope you're not crazy.
I never get used to seeing him like this. How long will it last?
This time it's different. We were unprepared. We mustn't lose hope that your father will return to us.
I think I'm starting to understand why Loki has his own show. He seems like a very interesting character. Wow, they really set up a bunch of shit here.
Once I have Mjolnir, I will return the items they've stolen from you.
You think you're just gonna walk in, grab our stuff, and walk out?
No, I'm gonna fly out.
I'm excited for this.
We've got something outside the fence, west side.
Just in case you don't hear from me in the next hour, just come by the crater site and try and find me, okay? I did exactly what you told me not to. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Ugh, he's got such a wonderful smile.
I need eyes up high with a gun.
Oh shit.
You're big. Fought bigger.
All right, maybe he's not just gonna stroll in and grab the hammer. Oh, cool. Go get Mjolnir.
Last chance, sir.
Wait. I want to see this.
Oh no. I fully expected that he was just gonna pick it up. His dad did take all his power, so it makes sense. This isn't good. They're just gonna think he's a regular guy that broke in here.
All right, show's over.
This is really sad. I'm excited to see how things go to where he gets the hammer back and goes back to the way he was, because that has to happen, right?
Can't just leave him there.
Why?
You didn't see what I saw.
I'm talking about science, not magic.
Well, magic's just science that we don't understand yet. Arthur C. Clarke.
Who wrote science
Good
fiction?
quote.
A precursor to science fact.
Why don't you tell me where you received your training? No, you strike me more as the soldier of fortune type.
He's not from here.
One way or another, we find out what we need to know. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing here? Let me explain to Father.
Father is dead.
What?
Your banishment. The threat of a new war. It was too much for him to bear.
Don't like that.
I know that you loved him. I tried to tell him so, but he wouldn't listen. So cruel to put the hammer within your reach, knowing that you could never lift it. The burden of the throne has fallen to me now.
Can I come home?
The truce with Jotunheim is conditional upon your exile.
Yes, but couldn't we find a way?
And Mother has forbidden your return. This is goodbye, brother. I'm so sorry.
I am sorry.
I hate that he was lied to. He's just taking it as truth. Yeah, you can't lift it either, bitch. I love how nobody... Oh, maybe he's invisible to everyone, because nobody seems to be able to see him.
He's got a visitor.
Jane.
His name is Donald Blake.
Dr.
Oh.
Donald Blake. He was distraught when he found out that you'd taken all of our research.
Oh.
It's gonna be all right. I'm taking you home now.
Where are we going?
Get a drink.
Father.
No. They'll find out soon enough who he is and what he is.
Thank you for what you've done.
I only did it for Jane. Your father and I taught at university together. I don't know if you're delusional. Just care about her. I've seen the way she looks at you.
I swear to you, I mean her no harm.
In that case, I'll buy another round. 2 Boilermakers.
Oh gosh. Does Loki come back to tell them, hey, I'm actually one of you. Surprise! I was taken like my whole lifetime ago. And maybe they know. Well, maybe not.
After all I've done for you.
So you're the one who showed us the way into Asgard.
I will conceal you and a handful of your soldiers, lead you into Odin's chambers, and you can slay him where he lies.
Why not kill him yourself?
I suspect that the Asgardians would not take kindly to a king who had murdered his predecessor. Once Odin is dead, I will return the casket to you.
I accept.
What troubles you, Gatekeeper?
I turned my gaze upon you in Jotunheim, but could neither see you nor hear you.
Perhaps your senses have weakened after your many years of service.
Or perhaps someone has found a way to hide that which he does not wish me to see.
You will open the Bifrost to no one until I have repaired the damage that my brother has done.
Oh my god. Is he okay?
He's fine, not injured at all. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend.
What happened?
We drank, we fought. He made his ancestors proud. Are these your chambers?
It's more of a temporary living situation. Can we go outside?
Yes, of course.
I love how awkward they are with each other.
I'm really glad you're safe.
You've been very kind to me. I've been far less grateful than you deserve.
Well, I hit you with my car a couple times, so I think that kind of evens things out. Oh my god.
It's all I could get back. I'm sorry it's not as much as I promised.
No, this is great.
Listen to me, you must not give up. You must finish what you've started.
Why?
Because you're right. Your ancestors called it magic, and you call it science. Well, I come from a place where they're one and the same thing. Your world is one of the 9 realms of the cosmos, linked to each other by the branches of Yggdrasil, the world's tree. Now you see it every day without realizing. The images glimpse through, what did you call it? This Hubble.
Hubble.
Tell me more.
So the 9 realms.
She's fallen in love.
We must find Thor. It's treason. To hell with treason, it's suicide.
Thor would do the same for us.
Heimdall might be watching.
Heimdall demands your presence.
Maybe Heimdall is on their side and is gonna go with them to
You
help.
would defy the commands of Loki, our king.
Maybe not.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Help us?
I am bound by honor to our king. I cannot open the bridge to you.
Look.
Okay. Now that we're we're well over halfway through the movie at this point, it feels like it's gonna end with a little Thor and Loki battle. And if I'm correct, I'm excited for that. But I'm excited regardless. He's so wonderful. Oh, are they being watched?
Team 2, we've got activity outside the town.
Ensure my brother does not return.
Wow.
Destroy everything.
They're just cosplayers, it's fine.
You won't be able to convince the scientific community of any of it. Not without hard evidence.
Found you! My friends!
This is good.
I don't believe it.
Oh, excuse me. I've never been happier to see anyone, but you should not have come. You know I can't go home.
Your father still lives.
We have come to tell you the truth. Oh no, I'm worried about him.
Tell me, Loki, how did you get the Jotuns into Asgard?
You think the Bifrost is the only way in and out of this realm? You are relieved of your duties as gatekeeper.
Then I need no longer obey you.
Ooh. Oh God.
That one of Stark's? I don't know. Guy never tells me anything.
It's a valid question.
I'm just a man. I'll only be in the way or worse, get one of you killed. But I can help get these people to safety.
Gosh.
Keep it distracted.
Nice. Maybe not. What? Oh gosh. This thing is just metal and fire.
As if you've done all you can.
Stories will be told of this day.
Live and tell those stories yourself. Now go! You must return to Asgard. You have to stop Loki.
Don't worry, my friends. I have a plan.
Jane's like, I have to watch. I must see.
What's he doing?
I also don't know what he's doing.
Brother, whatever I have done to lead you to do this, I am truly sorry. But these people are innocent.
I understand.
No!
Oh God. Oh. Jesus.
It's over.
It's not over.
He's not dead, I refuse. I refuse to believe. It's a great shot right here.
She'll possess the power of Thor.
Ah, I see.
Jane!
Yeah, Jane, move out of the way. Now. Okay, kid him is probably freaking the fuck out inside. I'll admit that this whole scene right now is like kinda a little bit cheesy, but I'm enjoying it. The casual walk back.
So is this how you normally live?
Yes.
We must go to the Bifrost site. I would have words with my brother.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Coulson.
I don't think you've been completely honest with me.
Know this.
Son of Cole, you and I, we fight for the same cause, the protection of this world. From this day forward, you can count me as your ally. If you return the items you have taken from Jane.
Stolen.
Borrowed.
Son of Cole.
Wait, I need to debrief you.
Jane is definitely becoming one of them.
Welcome to Asgard.
Poor gatekeeper. Especially since he's still fully conscious within that. That would suck.
Heimdall, open the Bifrost.
Yeah, he won't be able to. Yeah, Heimdall's a little iced up. Unless he manages to...
Heimdall! We need you now!
Nice.
I must go back to Asgard, but I give you my word. I will return for you.
Aw.
Deal.
It's an excellent, passionate kiss. They also just look really good together.
Get him to the healing room. Leave my brother to me.
All right, I'm excited for this. Oh, gosh.
You can still hear and see what transpires around you. I hope it's true. Your death came at the hand of Laufey.
Oh.
And your death came by the son of Odin.
Well, that was a twist that I wasn't expecting. What the heck?
You saved him.
I think I understand what's happening.
That they will pay for what they've done today.
Yeah, okay.
Loki. Why don't you tell her how you've sent the Destroyer to kill our friends, to kill me?
What?
Oh, it must have been enforcing Father's last command.
You're a talented liar, brother, always have been.
I had to destroy Jotunheim. The Bifrost will build until it rips Jotunheim apart.
I love that they're still here.
Why have you done this?
To prove to Father that I am the worthy son.
All right. Just wants the father's approval.
You can't kill an entire race.
Why not? And what is this newfound love for the Frost Giants?
I've changed.
So have I.
Oh.
Now fight me. I only ever wanted to be your equal. I will not fight you, brother! I'm not your brother. Loki, this is madness. Is it? Come on, what happened to you on Earth that turned you so soft?
Jane.
Maybe when we're finished here, I'll pay her a visit myself.
So what happens if you fall off the Rainbow Bridge? Do you die? Oh, you son of a bitch. Wow. Can he lift it off? I feel like he can't.
Look at you, mighty Thor. All your strength. And what good does it do you now, huh? There's nothing you can do! If you destroy the bridge, you'll let us see her again!
Forgive me, Jane.
Oh. Hey, Dad.
I could have done it, Father! For all of us! No, Loki.
Loki, no.
What the heck? Yeah, time to leave because nothing's gonna happen, I feel. At least not in this movie. To be fair, he didn't tell her when he'd be back. Only that he would. I'm sure he'll be able to find you. He misses her.
He mourns for his brother.
That too.
He misses her.
That more, I think. I'm glad he didn't die.
There will never be a wiser king than you, or a better father. Someday, perhaps, I shall make you proud.
You've already made me proud.
The words you love to hear from Dad. I'm glad Heimdall's okay.
Lost to us.
Oh, is this where he tells... Yes. That's how much... I was just like, is this where he tells him no?
Can you see her?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's nice.
How is she?
She searches for you.
Oh. To be continued. Wait, directed by Kenneth Branagh? That's the guy that played Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter. Thor will return in the Avengers. Oh, spoiler.
Dr. Sylvie.
Hi, Nick.
So you're the man behind all this?
Yes.
It's quite a labyrinth. I was thinking they're taking me down here to kill me.
I've been hearing about the New Mexico situation. Your work has impressed a lot of people who are much smarter than I am. Legend tells us one thing, history another. But every now and then we find something that belongs to both.
What is it?
Power, Doctor. If we can figure out how to tap it, maybe unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Hi, Loki.
I guess that's worth a look.
Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Oh. Okay. I see. So that was Thor, and I had fun watching that one. I'll say that it is my number 2 MCU movie so far out of the 4 that I have seen. Iron Man for me is still my number 1. I'm very curious to see how long Iron Man is my number 1 for. it would kind of be hilarious if it's always my number one. I think the reason that I enjoyed this one so much is because of the huge fantasy aspect to this. I will admit that I didn't expect MCU to kind of dive into fantasy territory. I think I just made the assumption that it was going to be like always on Earth, just a very heavy like sci-fi aspect to it, and that is what we've had so far. So getting thrust into this like realm and Jotunheim and Asgard, I want to say Isengard every time, and it might take me a while to like not want to say Isengard and just say Asgard. But yeah, getting to be introduced to all of that and introduced to these new characters that live in this world and get to see like how they travel around and what their life is like and stuff, it was very welcomed and it was a nice surprise. And was the writing phenomenal in this area? Like, no, it wasn't this amazing, wonderful thing, but it was something new and it was something fun, and I didn't hate it. At this point, I'm starting to get a really good sense of kind of how the MCU structure is. We've got lots of humor, we've got a lot of goofiness and silliness at times, mixed in with a few more like serious moments, and then we've got a lot of action. So I think it's good for me to kind of like expect this now moving forward, and not to really set my hopes up that I'm gonna get this like super serious kind of franchise. It's meant to be more on the fun side and enjoyable. So I'm starting to kind of feel like I know what the structure is, if that makes sense. I will say right now that I am very excited to see Thor and Jane and Loki and crew again in more movies, because obviously the movie itself said we're gonna see Thor again in the Avengers, and I do know that there's the Loki TV show that comes later on, and I'm just very excited. I feel like this movie did a pretty good job at kind of like introducing us to these characters, setting up the backstory, just giving us that kind of information, kind of similar to how Iron Man 1 was for setting up the Iron Man character for the later movies. So it'll be interesting to see if I like this Thor more than the Thor movies that are coming, and then the Thor movies or the other movies that he'll be in as Thor. Yeah, I'm just very excited to find out. I'm very excited to learn and just know more. I find it interesting that this movie especially feels like it really thrusts you into that. Like, yep, you're gonna see these characters again, more is coming. I feel like this movie was the strongest about that than any of the other ones we've seen so far. And I think at this point, so this was 2011, I feel like at this point now, they knew that the MCU was gonna work. 4 movies in, they were doing well. Like, I think they knew that this was gonna become this giant thing. So it makes sense for them to really like not close things completely with these films and have these post-credit scenes and make it known that like, yeah, you're gonna see these people again. So I'm excited for that. Now that I'm 4 movies into this, it really feels like we are being introduced to all of the characters that will eventually come together in what I assume was called the Avengers to fight something. I don't know what, don't tell me of course, but if that's how it's gonna play out, I'm looking forward to it. First, I want to talk about Thor and Jane. I really, really liked their romance in this movie, and it's my favorite romance so far out of all the movies we've seen, and I cannot wait to see those two again, because obviously it's clear now that the movie's over. It's clear that the images I've seen of Natalie Portman from the MCU, we're not at that point yet. That's coming later. So I'm very excited to see how we get there and get kind of that context that is missing, because obviously I've only seen Photograph, and now I have this like origin story for these two in this film, and I'm just excited to see it build. I think that Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman have a ridiculously awesome on-screen chemistry. Just the way they look at each other, their facial expressions, their body language, not to mention they are both very attractive individuals. They just look good together on screen. So I think that was a big selling point for me on their romance, especially. And also, you just gotta love Natalie Portman. She is such a sweetheart, wonderful smile, great personality, and the character she was playing obviously had the same. So it was really easy to just like her immediately. And I think one of my favorite things about Jane is like, Jane is so driven and passionate to learn and understand and find out more info and just like really dig deep. And I really admire that about her. And then you've got Thor, who, well, he started in the movie being like, kind of like Tony Stark almost, like just this cocky and arrogant and like, ho, I'm the best kind of guy. And then as soon as he had his powers taken away and was banished and he got to Earth, he really became this like super chill guy, like a guy that I would love to be best friends with and watch movies with and walk around with and just hang out with all the time. Like super laid back, super chill guy. And he's just got such a great voice that's so easy to listen to, and it's so awesome. So it was just really awesome, that like kind of middle part of the movie. Well, I guess it goes all the way to the end, but especially that middle part where he didn't have his powers and he was kind of just like your regular average guy. I just really enjoyed that. Loki is a character that really, really interests me, and I cannot wait to find out more information about him and just see where the story takes him, not just for the next movies coming up, but like once I get to his TV show as well, because at this point I definitely want to watch the Loki show, because just the way he was introduced in this film, like, I mean, there were moments where I really didn't like him, but when I sit here and think about it, and I think about, okay, like, how was he when we first met him, and then what happened during this movie? Like, when you really think about it, he was the least liked child, and his brother just completely took over as like, I'm the best, I'm gonna be king, blah, blah, blah. And he was just kind of like a shadow in the background that nobody like really paid attention to. And also he thought this whole time that he was like a legitimate child in this family, and then comes to find out that the very people that they're trying to fight and not have to deal with anymore, he's actually one of them. And he's being told this like as an adult, and just the shock of that. I don't know. He's got such an interesting backstory that I think, you know, it's moments like that when you grow up that really impact who you are then moving forward, like once you find out this information. So he feels very villainy to me, but a villain that you care about. And I'm going to compare it to Star Wars just because I'm very much in Star Wars right now and I've been watching it a lot. But he kind of reminds me of Darth Vader, because Darth Vader has an origin story that you empathize with, because, you know, it was a good person who unfortunately just had shit happen to them, and it went the way of, you know, that. And I kind of feel like Loki's the same in a way. Obviously, it's going to be completely different to that, but that's just kind of my understanding of him from this movie. And I am just excited. I love his abilities. I think they're great. And I'm just excited to see like what he can do with that and how it just impacts the overall story. Obviously, please do not spoil anything for me down below. With Loki, I have thankfully avoided pretty much everything. Not to mention, if I have seen stuff in the past from the Loki TV show, which I almost guarantee I have, I didn't have any context, so the memories just don't exist for me. Like if I saw photos or even a clip from the show or anything like that, I could not recall it to you right now because I didn't have that context. I hadn't seen anything. So to me, I did not, like, I had no idea who Loki even was. If you had told me Thor's brother, I would have been like, Everything is getting very interconnected now, so normally I do like looking up stuff about movies after I've watched them, but in a series this big where I know that characters are going to return and there's so much more out there, I haven't looked up anything whatsoever. I will not be looking up Wikipedia pages. IMDb is sticking to just the cast list, and yeah, don't want to be spoiled. Anthony Hopkins as Odin was a very nice surprise because the only thing I've seen him in was The Silence of the Lambs, so I only know him as Hannibal Lecter right now, and seeing him in a role like this was really, really good. I really enjoyed his performance. We didn't get a whole lot of him, but what we did have was really great. And I think the scene that stands out the most for me is the scene with him and Loki when he is telling him what his actual origin is, and the fact that, like, you're not actually my birthed son, my blood son, you're someone that I stole. Which, when you think about that, is really terrible. And I don't really like that, but I'm just gonna have to see how this all just plays out. And Heimdall, even though he wasn't in this movie a ton, I think that every scene that we saw him in, Idris Elba just did such a great job. And my favorite scene with him specifically was that scene where he just let the group go to Earth and was kind of like, oh yeah, fuck it, go ahead, guys. Yep, you're free to go. All right, the last character I want to talk about real quick is Eric, played by Stellan Skarsgård, who plays Luthen in Andor, which I just wrapped up watching, and I have been watching since it came out just about every single week I watched it. But Andor is incredible. Andor is one of the best Star Wars things I've seen, and I still haven't finished all of the Star Wars shows yet, but Andor was fantastic, and him as Luthen was great, and I really came to appreciate his performance and his acting and just who he is, and seeing him in this movie was very unexpected, but I love that he was kind of like dad for Jane and Darcy. That's kind of how I just got his vibe. It was really hard for me just not to see him as Luthen, especially since his voice was very similar and he looked pretty much identical to how he does in Andor. But yeah, I think that he did a good job, and that post-credit scene was definitely really fun. I love that he was the one that got pulled in to go talk to Nick Fury and kind of been given a little bit of insight on what's going on. So that was a really good scene. So yeah, overall thoughts, this film wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing. It was, again, again, one of those like middle of the road, fun middle of the road kind of movies for me. And I am just very excited. I think this movie more than any other one so far. This movie has me really excited to continue. I want to see more of these characters. I want to see more of Asgard. I want to just see what their roles are in the universe overall. Once we keep meeting more characters like Captain America and all the others. And for the Letterboxd review segment of this video, I did not go digging too much because of fear of being spoiled, so I've grabbed 2 real quick that I really appreciate. So the first review is by Patrick Willems, a 3-star review that says, "I forgot how hard this shifts from royal fantasy drama to wacky small town comedy." And yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. And we have another 3-star review from Betty that says, "I too would fall in love at first sight with Natalie Portman." Honestly, yeah, I don't blame Thor at all. All right, so now we arrive at the time of the video where I ask you to leave your comments down below, and please let me know what you thought of Thor and what you think of this movie. Please do not talk about any of the movies coming up that I have not seen yet. If you're going to talk about other MCU movies, please keep it to ones that I've already seen. Preferably just talk about this movie in particular. I am so excited to read your comments. You all have been really great so far on the spoiler front. There's only been a handful of comments that have had to be deleted across all 3 videos, which is really great. So I'd love to keep it that way. I really appreciate that so many of you appreciate how firm I am about spoilers and not receiving them. So I appreciate you all. If you're not yet subbed to the channel, definitely click here to do so. And if you want to keep watching, I've got links over here. Thank you. You all are the best, and we will see you in the next reaction video. Take care.